Hi.
Hi.
How's it going? It's Crazy Sock Day.
It is Crazy Sock Day. So rather than hurt ourselves trying to stretch and show you what's on our feet, we're just wearing them on our hands.
Wait, almost got it. Ta-da!
Ta-da!
So
she has unicorns and I have sharks. Upside down sharks. Yeah. There we go. Now they're right side up.
Mine are right side up. Yeah. So it's Crazy Sock Day. Tomorrow, according to Virtual Spirit Week, is Christmas in March. So,
and seeing as it's snowing outside.
Yeah, at least where we are. I don't know if it is where you are, but we just put our Christmas stuff away. I don't know if you're like us and just leave it up forever, but so we'll go see what kind of silly Christmas things we can find. But if you'd like to join us, tomorrow's Christmas Day for our Spirit Week here. So in case you're new to the stream, I'm Sky.
I'm Sagan.
And we're siblings. And we love singing sea shanties. We have other jobs and things that we do, but of course it's all sort of very different now than it has been in the past. So we thought this would be a fun way. If it worked for the sailors who were stuck alone and on ships and things for months and months at a time, then hopefully it'll do the same thing for us. So this is day 8 of shanties. Can't believe that. We're doing one every day. And if you look down below, every time there'll be a list of, am I keeping you up here?
No, I'm just old.
Okay. There'll be the lyrics to each shanty that we're doing and a little bit of information and all those kinds of good things. So you can take a look at that. But what shanty we're doing today?
So today's shanty is called 100 Years Ago, or 100 Years if brevity is not your thing. There's a lot of speculation about where this came from. There's one version of it that actually that mentions the Baltimore area by name, which is not the version we're doing today. There's some speculation that it's basically the shanty version of a mid 19th century minstrel song called A Long Time Ago. And basically it's interesting. It sort of pokes fun at the beliefs that people had in the past about how things might have been, like whether the world was flat, or whether pigs could fly or that sort of thing. The moon's made of cheese and all that.
Those are good ones.
Yeah.
I was trying to think of one, but I can't think of one off the top of my head. If you have a fun one, you could put it in the comments.
You can.
Yeah. So this one is sort of a mocking.
It's a mocking jest. It's pretty fast paced. There's a lot of different verses, but it goes pretty fast. There isn't a chorus. It's just call and response. But yeah.
Well, let's learn the response at least, so we're ready to go here.
All right. So it's split up into two.
We didn't think this through all the way.
No, we didn't. So it's split up into 2, 1, 2. It's split up into 2 responses. So the first one goes, "Oh yes, oh," and the second response is, "Oh, 100 years ago." Yeah, remembering like what the key is, and it sort of gets messed up.
So it's "Oh yes, oh."
100 years ago.
So, if you're ready, time to sing along at home. We'll see what people believed 100 years ago.
A lot of different things, especially. Well, now it's like it's more like 200
years
300 years ago.
Much longer, but
yeah,
but it's fun anyway.
It is.
So sing along and or pat along and do all those kinds of fun things. Especially if you don't have fingers currently, and all you can do is pat along instead of snap, or it doesn't really work.
Yeah, no, that's not happening.
No. So let's sing.
Okay.
All right.
It's 100 years on the eastern seaboard. Oh, yes, oh. It's 100 years on the eastern shore. 100 years ago. Now Bully John is the boy for me. Oh, yes, oh. He's a bucko on the land and a bully at the sea. 100 years ago. Well, it's up aloft that I must go. Oh, yes, so. 'Cause Mr. Mate, he told me so 100 years ago. Well, they used to say that a pig could fly. Oh, yes, so. And I don't believe it's a bloody great lie 100 years ago. And they used to say that the world was square. Oh, yes, so. But mean old Columbus, he never got there 100 years ago. And they used to say that the world was flat. Oh, yes, so. But I don't believe, no, I don't believe that 100 years ago. And they used to think stars were satellite. Oh, yes, so. By a bunch of angels every single night 100 years ago. And they thought that the moon was made of cheese. Oh, yes, so. And you can believe that if you please 100 years ago. Oh, they hung a man for making steam. Oh, yes, so. They pitched his body in the stream 100 years ago. Well, a bottle of rum for every hand. Oh, yes, so. And a big old drink for the shanty man 100 years ago. Well, I thought I heard the old man say, oh, yes, so. Just one more pull and then belay 100 years ago.
So there you go.
There you go.
100 years ago, you could make up your own verses about crazy things
That's
that people believed then, or even now, maybe. There's some interesting things out there on the interwebs, including shanties every day. We love you guys, and we'll see you again. Oh, no, I have to take a sock off. We'll see you again tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.